Welcome back for day 2. So we woke up and there was a lot of snow. I showed you guys yesterday. So we had like all these outdoor activities planned, hiking, biking, and that's just not gonna happen, at least today. So we're gonna find some like indoor things that we can do, explore, go eat at some restaurants, things like that. So again, not exactly what we had planned for this vacation, but we're gonna make it work.
Didn't want to leave and trying to pack it down, and it turned it into ice, and us not being able to get back up anymore. Hello.
Hi. How's it going, guys? It's very snowy.
Looks like you'll get to make your igloo after all.
Yeah. We can build all the snowmen. We got Jerome mostly cleared off. And we didn't have an ice scraper, so we used a putty scraper from Walmart because that's all they had. They didn't have any ice scrapers. I mean, it worked. After some creativity and possibly what was way too long, we were able to get all of that snow off of Drone, the Jeep, and get the driveway cleared enough that we were able to get down the mountain and head into Colorado Springs. And I mean, the view was absolutely gorgeous. It was still snowing, lots of cloud cover, but such a pretty view. So we ended up going to the National Museum of World War II Aviation, and honestly, it was a really cool experience. So the museum had tons of aircrafts available for you to look at, get up close and personal with. You were able to really get a lot of information about these different planes, what they were used for in the war, why they were made in the first place, and you were able to really get a good look at the different types of planes that were available, the different planes that were used by various branches of the military, and just get a really interesting insight into the different planes that we used and how they developed over time as well. They also had tons of different memorabilia from things like medals and uniforms and different types of plane engines that you could see and what types of aircrafts that they were used for, which was really awesome to see. Just the detail that went into it even back in World War II. And some of this technology is been used in the future and now to create the engines that we use today, which is really neat. There were also planes on display from more recent wars like Vietnam and Korea, and many of these planes were actually still in working condition and could be flown today, which was very awesome to see. You can see in the video that there are oil pans set down on the floors because these planes, like I said, are still active and could be used, and so we're leaking a little bit of oil, but you were also able to get very up close to them. They were various branches of the military. A lot of the ones that we saw were from the Navy. Really cool different fighter planes. Some of them were just cargo planes. Some of them were used to carry passengers and just various different things. They were also different vehicles that were available for viewing as well. So you just got a really cool insight into the different types of vehicles that were used throughout the war. In addition to that, there was actually an active hangar that you could tour as well. And so these were planes that were still being updated and worked on as we were there. So we had to go with a guide. So later that evening, we went to the movies to watch the new Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness movie, and honestly, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite movie, but it was pretty good. If you're a fan of the MCU, you definitely want to watch it so you can get the information you need for the future movies, but it's definitely not my favorite from Marvel. After the movie, we headed back up the very snowy mountain to our Airbnb, and while we still couldn't see the mountains because of the cloud cover, the view was breathtaking, and it was a great way to end the second day of our trip to Colorado. Make sure you're subscribed to see the video from day 3, where we visit the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo and the Dinosaur Resource Center.